doesn't seem to matter if there's a black man in the White House as much as it matters whether the economy is growing and I can find a job and get a regular raise and not have to deal with inflation and those sorts of things. They look back on that period fondly, and probably more fondly than they look back on the Obama years for all the symbolism his presidency represented. As I like to say, symbolism doesn't pay the mortgage, it doesn't pay the rent. And I think that's part of what's going on here.
And people have looked at the content of that conservatism for black voters who say they're conservative, and they really are conservative. So, in terms of their underlying values and views. So why are they voting for the Democrats? And that, I think, is starting to change. And part of it has to do with, the increasing cultural discomfort of significant sectors of black voters, particularly those who are conservative leaning, with the currently existing Democratic Party. They're being asked to sign on to a lot of things that they're just very uncomfortable with. And, and to some extent, it's like if Democrats are so concerned with these issues and these sort of boutique positions and cultural issues, how much do they really care about my everyday life? There's a trade-off there.
What I'd like to see is both parties competing for the black vote so the blacks can take advantage of our two-party system and use that to their benefit by playing one against the other to get better political representation. And if the black working class men are going to lead the way on that, I'm all for it.
I mean, when you look at the issues that the left is starting to prioritize, I mean, they traditionally, black voters have been their base and they have traditionally focused on issues that would appeal to them, and now we're not seeing that anymore. And so, I mean, when we're looking at things and we're talking about economic opportunities, and they're focused on providing opportunities, particularly here in Texas, where we have an immigration issue, and they're focused on that issue rather than focused on the immediate issues that are needed by people in our cities.
There's a sense in which I think that a lot of working class voters share that the Democratic Party is maybe less their party than it used to be. It's culturally alien. It hasn't really produced for them economically in the way they're happy with, and they're willing. And I think that class dimension is really pushing them toward giving the other party a closer look.